But the power isn't only the thing that crews are busy with right now. A lot of trees came down during the storm, too.
Yeah, a group in the Salem area is really trying to help out people, speed up the cleanup process. Fox 12's Camila Ortiz shows us their plan and explains how you can help.
Those fallen trees, a big reason why we're seeing so many power outages across the state. These limbs you see behind me on the ground here, we're in a church parking lot in Milwaukee. This is nothing compared to what we've seen in other areas. And we know the ice storm particularly hit the Salem-Keizer area hard. That's exactly where a group of volunteers is planning to focus their attention on Friday. I talked to Aaron Burrell tonight. He lives in Keizer and felt compelled to help his community after the storm wreaked havoc on trees and power lines. Burrell rented a U-Haul and a chainsaw and rallied a couple dozen friends to meet at the state capitol Friday morning at 8 to go tackle some of these hardest hit areas and clear the way for utility crews.
We know that you have to be certified to run a chainsaw. So we do have, off-duty firefighters that are trained in that. We just want to help these members that, may be elderly, that may be ill, that don't know how to run a chainsaw.
Burrell told me they have some burn locations set up, so they'll be driving debris to those spots as they work. Burrell said the more the merrier, so if you have some time and want to help out, again, this is Friday morning. All are welcome, especially if you've got equipment or trucks. Again, the group is meeting at 8 a.m. Friday in front of the Capitol building in Salem. We will post more information online at kptv.com. If you can't meet right at 8, you'll be able to track down those volunteers and meet up to help out. Reporting in Milwaukee, Camila Ortiz, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right. Well, it's great to hear, how people are coming together, volunteering to clean up. So we've seen so many examples of that, right?
It's great to see people coming together, especially with COVID. Haven't really been able to do that, but sense of community is out there for sure.
Yep.
Right.
A group of volunteers is showing we are better together with their plan to help remove fallen trees.
They not only want to clean up the area, but also help clear the way for crews to get power restored faster. Fox 12's Deborah Gill joins us live this morning from the state capitol with more on this effort. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning to you. And as you've probably seen where you live, there are easily thousands of trees and tree limbs down all over the Willamette Valley. Well, a volunteer group plans to gather here at the Capitol at 8 this morning and then head out to the Salem-Keizer area to clear these trees and limbs. Aaron Burrell is organizing the effort. He lives in Keizer and felt compelled to help his community after the storm just wreaked havoc on trees and consequently power lines. Burrell rented a U-Haul and a chainsaw and rallied a couple of dozen friends to meet at the state capitol this morning to go tackle some of these hardest hit areas and help clear the way for power crews.
We know that you have to be certified to run a chainsaw. So we do have, off-duty firefighters that are trained in that. We just want to help these members that, may be elderly, that may be ill, that don't know how to run a chainsaw.
Burrell says they have some burn locations set up as well, so they'll drive debris to those spots as they work. And he said the more the merrier. If you have some time and want to help clear fallen trees today, all are welcome, especially if you have equipment or a truck. Again, they plan to meet here at the Capitol at 8 this morning, and we will be here when they do. Reporting live in Salem, Deborah Gill, Good Day, Oregon.
A group of volunteers are starting to gather in Salem right now to help remove fallen trees.
Their hope is to not only clean up the area, but to help speed up power restoration. Fox 12's Deborah Gill is joining us live now from the state capitol with more on their effort. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning to you. As we've been showing you really since last weekend when the big storm hit, there are thousands of downed trees and limbs all up and down the Willamette Valley. And yeah, a local guy just wants to gather up some of his friends for a volunteer group to get out and clean some of it up to hopefully help power crews make their work a little easier in restoring power. So joining me now is the organizer, Aaron Burrell. Now, you live in Keizer, right? What made you decide to do this?
Just, I seen a need, and I'm tired of being a drain on my community. I just wanted to give back.
Now, you said that you've got some of your friends are volunteer or are firefighters, and so they're trained to work with chainsaws. Tell me a little bit about the group you've got coming here.
Yeah, so we got some off-duty firefighters with chainsaws and trucks, and then the rest are from Chemeketa Community College and our local community, my fellow classmates in a human services program.
So what is it you hope to do today?
Just dent it. I mean, I just got sick of praying about it. I wanted to put some action. I wanted to do something for my community.
You've got about how many coming today?
Say roughly about 20. and a little bit late, but we're just gonna knock it out. Whether it's one of us or 20 of us, we don't care.
And you're willing to accept more help if somebody shows up?
Oh yes, we are gladly accepting all help. Chainsaw certified men, if they have their certifications, they can run the chainsaws. If not, you can just load up the lumber.
And then you've got drop-off sites, right, there where you could take some of it?
Yes, ma'am. They have 4 of them in Salem, and then we have one in Staten. So we're just going to utilize everything we can.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the effort, and hopefully we'll talk to some of the other volunteers who are just starting to gather here at the Capitol this morning. The plan was to start here at 8 this morning. They'll make a game plan and then head out from here. Reporting live in Salem, Deborah Gill. Good day, Oregon.
Deb, thank you. That man is just wonderful. Love to hear what he's doing out there this morning. Well, there is still hope that
I wanted to put some action. I wanted to do something for my community.
Happening today, a small group of volunteers trying to help their neighbors clean up tree debris from the storm. Fox 12's Deborah Gill is in Salem with a look at their efforts. It definitely shows that we are better together.
As we've been showing you since the storm hit last weekend, there are thousands of trees and limbs down all over the Willamette Valley, and one man decided to get his friends and do something to help.
I seen a need, and I'm tired of being a drain on my community. I just wanted to give back.
Aaron Burrell is heading up the small band of brothers made up of college friends and fellow members of his church. The Kaiser man felt compelled to help his community after the storm wreaked havoc on trees and power lines. So he put the word out on Facebook looking for others to help.
Something really important to do to help the community. I saw the video, and I know Aaron is my friend, and I decided to come.
Burrell rented a U-Haul and a chainsaw and rallied a couple of dozen friends to meet at the state capitol this morning to go tackle some of the hardest hit areas in Salem.
We're just gonna knock it out. Whether it's one of us or 20 of us, we don't care.
If you look over here, you will see a lot of stuff we need to do, and we need help, and I just decided to volunteer myself to do it.
Burrell tells me they have some burn locations set up as well, so they'll drive debris to those spots and possibly donate some of the wood as well. In Salem, Deborah Gill, Fox 12 Oregon.
Love to see that, Deb. Thank you. A volunteer group in Salem is stepping in to help clean up trees and branches brought down by the storm. We've already shown you a lot of the work that arborists have done this week. Yesterday, we spoke to a Kaiser man who wanted to help out. Aaron Burrell rented a U-Haul and a chainsaw and rallied a couple dozen friends, including some off-duty professionals. They met up this morning to tackle some of the hardest hit areas.
We know that you have to be certified to run a chainsaw. So we do have, off-duty firefighters that are trained in that. We just want to help these members that, may be elderly, that may be ill, that don't know how to run a chainsaw.
We're told that they have some locations set up so that they will drive debris to those spots and burn some of the debris, also donate some of the firewood as well. Thousands of Oregonians